Welcome back to West Texas View.
We're concluding our program today about the Alumni Association with UTPB. The University of Texas of the Permian Basin is a wonderful facility, completes our educational scene between our School of Medicine from Texas Tech University, Health Science Center, all the way down to our wonderful network of community colleges. Then to have a senior college and a university in our midst is just completes the picture. And that was the reason that the legislature decided to approve the funding for another college here 40 years ago. And it certainly was a good decision, because it's been a boom to students that could not go off and get their bachelor's degree or their master's degree, and that was evident from the day that we opened the doors. But once you have a college, then one of the first things you have to do is to set up an alumni office, because that cadre of alumni become such a base of support for a college. And I want Maribea Merritt, who is from the alumni office in the University of Texas Permian Basin, to give us a little bit about some of the ways that some of our alumni have helped. And you don't have to name names, just tell us some stories.
Well, I think I had received a list from one of our professors on campus of students that had studied chemistry and biology and gone on to be doctors. And so I was looking up, like we can these days, putting names into Google and looking to see where they might have gone. And I did run across one doctor that is in the Dallas area, and he serves in a prominent position in that area. And the first thing, I went and read his bio so I could see, where did he go on to school, where did he graduate. Well, what was it most exciting to me was the first thing that was on his bio was he was a graduate of the University of Texas of the Permian Basin. So I thought, here's a guy that went on to get his medical degree, but the first thing that was on his biographical information was where he got his start.
How he started out.
I know, and that was just really exciting to me. Well, I was able to, I started emailing him, and he said, he asked me if 2 professors were still there, and I said, yes, one of them is. And he said, I really want to do something for them. So, he sent in, he said, I remember that they were always short on funds for when we were needing to do projects, or they were wanting to take us on a field trip or something of that nature. So his goal is, right now, is he's just sending some money each year to help that professor out, to help them so that the students can have those supplies that they may not have the funds for in different places.
For extra needs.
Yes, exactly. And then the other money he gave to increase an endowment that a professor already had set up for him. So, those were just really simple ways, and I called and spoke to him and told him how much we appreciated that, and just appreciated the fact that he recognized his start, because of course our medical doctors go on to additional schooling and are proud of where they graduated. But he said, why would I not recognize where my roots, where I started?
Because that was important
and
necessary before he went to the next
Those
step.
Instructors gave him a foundation. And so even our students that do go on and get master's degrees other places or doctorate degrees other places, I think it's important that you remember where you got your start and where your roots are.
That is a great story.
Well, it was. And it was exciting to, not having had any contact with that individual and him be so receptive to and want to do something. And sometimes it was just asking.
Which just points back to people want to be involved, but they have to be asked.
They have to be asked, and we have to know where you are. Sometimes it's hard to, that's why I keep looking for people on LinkedIn, because it's more of a professional group, and some of those have turned out to be good mentors for our students, and can give them examples of a career that they think they're interested in prior to them moving into it. But our alumni have served as interns, as advisors, and on our advisory committees. Another way that our alumni have served. We have probably many businessmen within our community that have graduated from our school. Their children have graduated from our school, and then they set up to help educate others that are coming behind them.
Yeah. And of course, scholarships are wonderful, and you can even have named scholarships so that you can set up a small endowment and let it grow, and have it named for yourself or your family or whoever. And I think that's one of the nicest ways to do it.
Well, I mean, you honor your whoever you decide to name it for, whether it's for yourself or for your family member. It's honoring to them, and it's something that will continue to help someone in years to come. And
I know that a lot of alumni like to give scholarships, but they want it restricted just to the business department or the nursing students or something like that, and that's perfectly possible.
It's a great way to do it. Well, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't, of course, I would like to think that you have such an amazing experience within whatever department that you get your education in, that you would want to help students in that area. So,
but I had a student one time, an alumni, who came to us and said, who was a business person, and said, I want to start a scholarship for a nursing student because I was so impressed with what kind of care my mother got when she was terminally ill, and I want to make sure that nurses have the money for training that they need. And so I thought that was really unusual, because when he came in, I thought he was going to give me a business scholarship.
Right.
And then when he gave me a nursing scholarship, it was...
Well, people have different reasons for different,
That's right.
how they, but we can set it up any way they want to, however they want to give their gift. It can be the area that they were in, or it can be, just like you said, an area where someone has helped and made a big difference in their life.
But, so it's really, the Alumni Association and the alumni office is really a two-way street. It's to keep them involved and active, but it's also to keep so you can give them information. And so, in the last 30 seconds, tell us anything you want us to know about the alumni office and how to contact you.
Well, I think the most important thing is, you can contact us easily. Email alumni@utpb.edu. Feel free to call us.
But just do it.
Just do it. That's the most important thing.
Thank you so much, Maribea, for coming here today, and we appreciate it. We'll see you next Sunday with another program.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB-TV and KWES-TV.